Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. How are you doing? Pretty nice day out here. A little windy and chilly, but hey, the sun is shining and I'm pretty happy about that. Thought this would be a great time to go ahead and put on my brand new coils that I've got for my 4.6, the coil on plug on coil. The ones that sit on top of the spark plugs are like this right here. I'm going to be replacing all 8 of mine, and these have a tendency to go bad. Now, these are some aftermarkets I picked up on the line for about $30 on eBay, free shipping. You can't beat that. Even the highest quality ones now you can get nowadays for about $65 to $70, which is a daggone pretty good deal. The symptoms for me, driving down the road about 45, 50, this is a 4-speed with the overdrive. I would be either in 4th gear or up in overdrive and just kind of cruising along. It felt like someone was kicking the car. It would be do a couple real quick jerks, and it would do that occasionally, just now and then. And I know it's a coil. I see this a lot on forums. People can't figure it out. They think it's a transmission, but really it's just these guys right here. You need to go in and replace all 8. Now, you can go up here and try to figure out which one is causing the problem, but let me tell you what, by the time you do all that, you pull your hair out, taking these in and out, trying to figure out which one's bad. By the time you go out and buy 8 new coil packs and put them on, your problem's probably going to be solved. So, this is what we're going to be doing today. Now, my other camera, the hard drive on my main computer is done, so I'm shooting this on my cell phone. And I would like to set this up on time-lapse, but there's no way I can out here today, and it's pretty windy. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, let's go ahead and disassemble a couple of things here. If you have the 4.6, it's pretty simple. The 5.4 might be just a little bit different. For me, I just have this air cleaner that I took off, got it out of the way. It's kind of sitting right there. And basically, pretty much it. Now, my coils, I'm going to have to get my stool and kind of stand up here because I am 6'2", and I still am not tall enough to get up in here. So these expeditions sit up kind of high. There are my coils. Right there's one. And there's a couple more in the back. Down here. Right out there where my finger is. Now, if it's kind of chilly out, do yourself a favor or just go ahead and do this. Go ahead and hook. You have a couple of vacuum lines here. One for your EGR and one for your fuel return line pressure sensor. Get these out of the way so you don't break them. It'll make it just a little bit easier to get your hands in there and kind of get that out of the way like that. And you'll have to have a 7mm little socket. And I find it's helpful to get a couple extensions. And one thing that will help, get you a magnet. When you're just about ready, when you're about ready to get these bolts out of the top, sometimes you can drop these and they'll fall down on the top of the block of the engine through the holes that are on the intake here, and you can't get these. So get you a magnet, stick in there, and help yourself pull those out. These will save you a lot of time, and there are 8 of these. Now, on some of these vehicles, some of these actually get broke. They're broken down off into the manifold. I mean, not the manifold, the intake. There's not much you can do about it. You just have to put another one back in there. And other than that, you just start unhooking a bunch of wires, get all those screws out, and you start pulling these coil packs out. Now, like I said, I can't do every one of them here on this video, but I'll go ahead and pull one of my old ones out here and give you a look at it real quick. And bear with me a second. Some days I'm pretty good at holding the camera on one hand and working with the other. And it's a little tight in here because you got this fuel rail. And once you get the wire unhooked, which is right there, I've got the wire unhooked. I don't know if you can see that. Right there's the wire. Then these usually just pull right out, just like this. And of course, I'm probably going to have to do this with both hands. Before I do that, if you have a PO 308, a lot of times the water will drip off of this cowling right here, get down in the engine, and it likes to pool around a lot of these coils. And if your coil is bad, what will happen is the water will get down around this seal right here. It's designed to kind of hold the water out, and it'll drip down in here, and it'll short this plug out. So if you have a PO 308 and you go out and start your vehicle up in the morning on all these 4.6s, and you have a miss, more than likely you've got water around one of these coils, And this is another good reason to change all 8, so you'll have a pretty good seal here when you go to put these in. So let me go ahead and pull this out of here, and we'll start this job. All right, I finally got this out of here. Apologize for the wind noise. It's windy. Some days are diamonds, and some days, well, it's just, you know what? Who wrote that song? Neil Diamond or John Denver? I know John Denver did that song. But here is the coil that gives a lot of people problems with the water after a rainstorm. You can see this thing is pretty well, pretty much in. It's pretty wore out. Here's the new one. And you can see the difference there. Well, there's no difference, but you can see how much thicker the seal is, and I can even feel this is a much thicker seal compared to that one. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to just go ahead and stick all these in, and I'll show you a few as I'm going along. This should take about an hour, or maybe a half hour to do. Just remember, be very careful about your little bolts when you go to put them in. When you go to put them back in, use your magnet like this. Drop the bolt down in like this on the coil, get it started, then put your socket on top and spin it with your hand until you get started, and that way you won't lose your bolt. So here we go. Let's get this job done before the wind blows me away out here. All right, we've got number 1 in. I think you can see it down there, the yellow, and this is the tricky part, getting the socket out without dropping it. And there we go. And 1 down, 7 to go. Don't forget to hook your little wire up, which is right there. I apologize, it's kind of hard to see down in there. There we go. And ta-da, that one's on. 7 to go. All right, we got that one on. It's bolted on. We'll put the wire on here. There's that one. And now we'll move on to number 3, which is right here behind my finger. Kind of hard to see right there. All right, we got number 4 on. 3 and 4's on, so I'll take that out of there like that. We got the wire on there. Make sure you do this. This will help you a lot of times to get those bolts down in there, especially on those coil packs if you can't reach them. All right, kids, I'm on my last coil. There's the 2 there, and just replaced that one there. And now I'm working on the very last one, which is on the passenger side up front. Pretty easy to get off on this side. Took a little longer to get the bolts back in because you don't want to drop them. And here is the last one. And a couple of these coil packs I took off, I found out it was dry rotted in here, so water was getting down in there. And you can see they're identical, and everything matches up size-wise and everything. And we'll go ahead and stick this one in. And hopefully you can see this. The sun is just so bright out here today. And we'll push that down there like that. Twist it around a little bit, get the boot to go down into the cylinder, and go ahead and put our last bolt in, which is right here, and we'll pretty much be done. So I'm pretty excited to have these new coil packs, and this is something I've wanted to do over the last year, but you know, with all my projects it's easy to get sidetracked, but at least I have all 8 of them in now. And we'll go over here and look at this real quick. You can see this one over here, it's in, and you can see the ones kind of down in there, they're in. I like the yellow ones because it kind of reminds the next person, whoever owns this vehicle, that it has brand new coil packs on them. So let me go ahead and tighten this up. We'll put the air cleaner on it, start it up, we'll take it out and see if it makes the jerking and the shaking the alternate missing now and then. We'll see if it took care of it. So we'll be back here in a little bit and we'll check it out. All right, everyone, it's running really good. I haven't had any issues with it. It took care of the shaking, the alternate miss. So at least you know how to replace these coils. It's always good to replace the coils anyway if your vehicle's kind of old and you want to keep it. But pretty happy about that. And you can see I'm cruising right along at 50 here, and sounds really good. So we'll go out here and we'll kind of listen to the engine. It sounds really smooth now. Before I had a little bit of a rough idle. That engine is running really smooth. Those new coils really helped out. So, other than that, that's it, guys. If you're going to do coils on your 4.6s, not too bad of a job. So I thought I'd make a little video there and share it with you guys. Hey, if you like my videos, subscribe and all that, and enjoy my channel, and comment and like and all that. So until my next video, guys, if I have any issues, I'll find something, I'm sure. I'll make a video and post it for you guys to help you out. So until then, enjoy your day.